Hello, listeners, and welcome to another episode of 10 Minutes English. Today, we're diving into a topic that's as sweet as it is serious: sugar. Is it the ultimate comfort food or the silent saboteur of our health?
That's right, Zach. We're uncovering the bittersweet truth about sugar's impact on both mental and physical health. If you've ever wondered why you crave sweets when you're stressed, or why sugar seems to leave you feeling drained, you'll want to stick around for this one.
Let's kick things off with a startling fact, Julia. Did you know the average person consumes over 17 teaspoons of added sugar per day? That's way above the recommended limit.
And what's even more surprising is how that sugar intake affects not just our waistlines, but also our brains, energy levels, and emotional well-being. But Zach, before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let's pose a question to our listeners. How much sugar do you think is hiding in your healthy foods? Granola bars, flavored yogurts, even salad dressings. Sugar is everywhere.
It's sneaky, and that's why we're here to help you decode the effects of sugar and make better choices. So grab a cup of tea, preferably without sugar, and let's get into it. Let's start with the mind. Julia, sugar is often seen as a quick fix for stress or sadness. But what's really happening in our brains when we indulge in sweets?
Great question, Zach. When we eat sugar, it triggers a release of dopamine, the feel-good chemical in our brain. It's the same chemical that activates during moments of happiness or accomplishment. That's why sugar feels so satisfying, at least temporarily.
But there's a catch, right? That dopamine high doesn't last.
Exactly. After that initial surge, there's often a crash. This can lead to irritability, fatigue, and even feelings of anxiety or depression. Over time, excessive sugar consumption can dysregulate dopamine levels, making it harder to feel pleasure from everyday activities.
It's like sugar becomes a double-edged sword. You rely on it for comfort, but it actually makes stress and mood swings worse in the long run.
Absolutely. And studies have shown a link between high sugar diets and an increased risk of depression. It's not just about the physical toll. Sugar's impact on mental health is profound.
Now, let's talk about the physical side of things. Julia, everyone knows sugar can cause weight gain, but its effects go way beyond that.
Oh, definitely. First, let's talk about inflammation. Excess sugar triggers chronic inflammation in the body, which is linked to conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and even some types of cancer.
And let's not forget about the impact on energy. People think sugar gives them a boost, but that spike is often followed by a crash, leaving them feeling even more tired than before.
Right. It's what we call the blood sugar roller coaster. When you eat sugary foods, your blood sugar levels spike, causing your body to release insulin to bring them back down. But often, it overcompensates, leading to a sudden drop in blood sugar or hypoglycemia. That's when the fatigue and cravings kick in.
It's a vicious cycle, and don't even get me started on how sugar affects the skin. Premature aging, acne, you name it.
Oh, that's a big one. Sugar breaks down collagen and elastin, which are essential for keeping your skin firm and youthful. So, if vanity motivates you more than health, cutting back on sugar is still a win.
So, Julia, we've painted a pretty grim picture of sugar's effects. But let's give our listeners some hope. How can they reduce their sugar intake without feeling deprived?
The first step is awareness. Start reading labels carefully. Even healthy foods like yogurt, granola, and smoothies often have tons of added sugar. Look for words like sucrose, glucose, corn syrup, and fructose.
And don't forget beverages. Soda, energy drinks, and even fruit juices are major culprits. Switching to water, herbal tea, or unsweetened drinks can make a huge difference.
Absolutely. Another tip is to satisfy your sweet tooth with natural options like fruits. They come with fiber, which slows down the sugar absorption, preventing those spikes and crashes.
And for those moments when you really want a treat, what do you recommend?
Moderation is key. Go for dark chocolate or homemade desserts with natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup. And over time, as your taste buds adjust, you'll find you need less sugar to feel satisfied.
Before we wrap up, Julia, let's leave our listeners with one actionable takeaway. What's your top advice for reducing sugar's impact on their lives?
Start small. Cut out one sugary item a week, whether it's soda, candy, or your morning pastry. Small changes add up, and before you know it, you'll feel the difference in your energy, mood, and overall health.
Well said. And remember, listeners, sugar isn't inherently evil. It's about balance. Enjoy it mindfully, and your body and mind will thank you.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to share it with someone who might benefit.
And as always, stay curious, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time on the Health Exchange.